In the annals of medieval history, few figures are as compelling as Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, known posthumously as the Leper King. His reign, fraught with the personal challenge of leprosy, was a testament to the indomitable spirit of a ruler who defied the limitations of his disease. Born in 1161, Baldwin's life unfolded during one of the most turbulent periods in the history of the Crusader states, marked by the rise of Saladin, the formidable Muslim leader. Despite his affliction, which would have sidelined lesser men, Baldwin rose to become a symbol of courage and resilience. His story is not just one of royal duty, but of a profound humanity that resonated with his subjects and adversaries alike. It is a tale of a king who, even as his physical strength waned, grew in moral and strategic stature against a backdrop of relentless warfare. Baldwin IV's reign was punctuated by significant military engagements, strategic alliances, and personal bravery that left an indelible mark on the history of the Crusades. This essay explores the life and legacy of Baldwin IV, focusing on his leadership during critical battles, his strategies against Saladin, and his enduring impact on Jerusalem and beyond. The ascendancy of Baldwin IV to the throne of Jerusalem was marked by uncertainty and skepticism. Diagnosed with leprosy at a young age, his prospects of ruling were initially viewed with pessimism. The disease, stigmatized and misunderstood, was expected to incapacitate him, casting a shadow over his future leadership. However, Baldwin's accession at the tender age of 13 was the beginning of an era that would defy all expectations. Guided by regents during his early years, Baldwin quickly demonstrated a keen understanding of the political and military landscapes of the Middle East. His condition did not deter him. Instead, it fueled his desire to prove his capability. The young king's resolve to lead, not just in title but in action, began to reshape perceptions both within his kingdom and among his enemies. Baldwin's early reign was a baptism by fire, thrusting him into the complexities of governance and warfare. His determination to be more than his disease, to be a king first and a leper second, set the stage for a reign characterized by unexpected successes and profound resilience. Baldwin IV's early reign was a delicate balancing act of internal governance and external defense. The Kingdom of Jerusalem was a mosaic of different faiths and cultures, each with its own interests and allegiances. Baldwin's leadership was pivotal in maintaining the fragile unity within his realm. He navigated the intricate dynamics of Christian sects, Muslim factions, and Jewish communities with a surprising adeptness for his age. The young king also faced the immense pressure of external threats, most notably from Saladin, who was consolidating power in Egypt and Syria. Saladin's ambitions were clear: to challenge the Crusader states and recapture Jerusalem. Baldwin, despite his youth and health challenges, responded with a series of military campaigns that demonstrated his growing tactical acumen. One of Baldwin's early triumphs was the Battle of Montgisard in 1177, where, against all odds, his forces achieved a stunning victory over Saladin. This battle not only cemented Baldwin's reputation as a military leader but also boosted the morale of his kingdom. It was a clear message that under Baldwin's leadership, Jerusalem would not fall easily. The Battle of Montgisard in 1177 stands as a testament to Baldwin IV's military genius and indomitable spirit. With Saladin advancing on Jerusalem with a formidable force, the situation was dire. Baldwin, though physically weakened by his leprosy, led from the front, rallying his outnumbered troops for a confrontation that seemed suicidal to many. The engagement was fierce, with Baldwin's forces employing a combination of audacious frontal attacks and clever tactical maneuvers. Despite his physical limitations, Baldwin's presence on the battlefield inspired his troops to fight with extraordinary valor. The young king's strategic insight turned the tide of the battle, leading to a resounding victory that stunned both his allies and adversaries. This victory at Montgisard was not just a military triumph, it was a personal victory for Baldwin. It dispelled any doubts about his capacity to lead and manage complex military operations. His leadership in this battle became a legendary example of courage and tactical brilliance, celebrated throughout the Christian world. In Section 5, Leadership. Despite adversity, strategies and decisions, we explore how throughout his reign, Baldwin IV faced the dual challenges of managing a kingdom and his deteriorating health. His strategic decisions were often made under the severe physical constraints imposed by leprosy, which progressively robbed him of his sight and mobility. Yet, Baldwin's mental acuity remained sharp and his resolve unbroken, characteristics that imbued his leadership with a unique strength. His approach to governance was characterized by a pragmatic understanding of the need for strong alliances. He skillfully navigated the complex politics of the Crusader states, securing alliances with key Christian lords and neighboring Muslim rulers. This diplomacy was crucial in maintaining a balance of power that kept his enemies at bay and stabilized his realm. Moreover, Baldwin's military strategies were innovative and tailored to the realities of his condition. He often delegated physical leadership to trusted commanders while he focused on the broader strategic picture. This allowed him to continue influencing military campaigns and ensuring that his vision for the kingdom's defense was executed effectively. In Section 6, the Siege of Jerusalem. A Test of Fortitude, we find that in 1187 the Kingdom of Jerusalem faced its greatest test under Baldwin IV's reign, the Siege of Jerusalem by Saladin. This event was a culmination of the escalating conflict between Baldwin's forces and the Muslim leader's ambitions. The siege was not just a military confrontation, but a profound moral and spiritual trial for Baldwin, who was by then severely affected by his illness. Despite his physical limitations, Baldwin's leadership during the siege was marked by an unwavering determination to defend Jerusalem. He orchestrated the defense strategies from within the city walls, inspiring his people with his steadfastness. Baldwin's presence, even in his weakened state, was a rallying point for the defenders, embodying the spirit of resistance that defined his reign. The siege, while ultimately leading to a negotiated surrender, highlighted Baldwin's capacity to lead under extreme adversity. His efforts during the siege delayed Saladin's advance and allowed for the safe departure of many of Jerusalem's inhabitants. Baldwin's leadership during these trying times left a lasting imprint on his people and on the history of the Crusades. Personal courage anecdotes from the battlefield. Baldwin IV's personal courage is illustrated by numerous anecdotes from his time on the battlefield. Despite the progressive nature of his leprosy, which caused him significant physical pain and disability, Baldwin frequently placed himself in the heart of battle. His presence was not merely symbolic, it was active and strategic, contributing directly to the outcomes of various engagements. One such anecdote involves Baldwin insisting on leading a charge during the Battle of Montgisard, despite the advice of his advisors. Clad in armor that concealed his leprous body, he rode at the forefront of his knights, embodying the valor and leadership expected of a king. This act of bravery not only bolstered the morale of his troops, but also solidified his status as a warrior king in the eyes of his contemporaries. Additionally, Baldwin's courage is reflected in his refusal to negotiate or surrender easily, even when faced with overwhelming odds. His tenacity and determination to fight for his kingdom's survival were evident in his strategic decisions and personal sacrifices. These stories of bravery not only inspire admiration but also provide a deeper understanding of Baldwin's character and his profound impact on his era. The Leper King and his people, a bond of resilience. The relationship between Baldwin IV and the people of Jerusalem was forged in the fires of war and adversity. Despite his illness, which could have alienated him from his subjects, Baldwin's leadership endeared him to his people. His visible struggle with leprosy and his unyielding commitment to their defense added a personal dimension to his reign, making his leadership deeply impactful. Baldwin's approach to governance was inclusive and marked by a genuine concern for the welfare of his subjects. He was known for his justice and fairness, traits that resonated with the diverse populations of Jerusalem. This rapport was crucial in maintaining the social cohesion necessary for the survival of his kingdom in such volatile times. Moreover, Baldwin's personal suffering and steadfast leadership created a narrative of resilience that permeated the kingdom. His ability to lead effectively despite his debilitating condition served as a powerful example of strength and perseverance for his people. This shared sense of resilience helped to unify the kingdom and galvanize its defenses against external threats. Baldwin IV and Saladin, rivals bound by respect. The relationship between Baldwin IV and Saladin was characterized by mutual respect, despite their adversarial roles. Saladin, known for his chivalry and military prowess, viewed Baldwin not just as an opponent but as a worthy adversary. This respect was evident in their military engagements, where both leaders demonstrated strategic brilliance and a deep commitment to their respective causes. Saladin's approach to Baldwin was influenced by his recognition of Baldwin's courageous leadership and tactical acumen. Even as enemies, there was an underlying acknowledgement of each other's qualities and capabilities. This mutual respect shaped their interactions and brought a complex layer to the Crusader-Muslim relations during this period. The rivalry between Baldwin and Saladin also highlighted the broader conflict between the Christian and Muslim worlds. Their battles were not merely military confrontations but were also emblematic of the larger cultural and religious dynamics at play. The respect they maintained for each other amidst such conflict provides a poignant lesson in leadership and humanity. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of Baldwin IV. Baldwin IV's reign, though marred by personal health challenges and constant military threats, stands as a remarkable chapter in the history of the Crusades. His leadership, characterized by courage, strategic insight, and an unwavering commitment to his people, left a lasting legacy that transcends the historical and cultural confines of his time. Baldwin's ability to lead effectively, despite severe physical limitations, continues to inspire discussions on leadership and resilience. The Leper King's legacy is particularly poignant in its demonstration of how personal adversity can be transformed into a source of strength. Baldwin's life reminds us that true leadership is often forged in the crucible of great challenges. His story is not just a historical account, it is a narrative of human spirit and determination. Reflecting on Baldwin IV's contributions, we see a figure who not only defended his kingdom, but also shaped the moral contours of leadership. His legacy continues to be relevant, offering timeless lessons in courage, leadership under adversity, and the enduring human spirit. Baldwin IV, the Leper King, remains a beacon of resilience and an emblem of the transformative power of determined leadership.